Imagine being denied a job, not because of your skills, but simply because you were born in 1966. Welcome to the terrifying reality of Hinoeuma, the year of the fire horse, a 360-year-old curse that still haunts Japan today. Take a close look at this resume. The applicant is highly qualified, but there's a fatal flaw. The birth year, 1966. In highly advanced 1980s Japan, this specific year acted as a silent resume killer. It's a birth year that gets your application rejected even today. To understand this bizarre phenomenon, we must travel back in time. Not just a few decades, but a full 360 years into Japan's deep feudal past. It turns out, cancel culture is much older than the internet. The curse operates on a strict mathematical loop. 1666, 1726, 1966, and soon 2026. It returns exactly every 60 years, ticking away like a cultural time bomb. If you miss one, you're safe. But if you hit the jackpot, you're branded forever. The trigger was a real teenage girl named O-Shichi. In 1683, she committed arson just to see a fireman she liked and was burned at the stake. Later, popular entertainment fictionalized her story, specifically scripting her birth year as 1666. That single plot device sparked a legend. This curse runs on Ito, Japan's traditional 60-year zodiac cycle. It's a complex calendar system combining 10 heavenly stems with 12 earthly branches. It's an ancient way to measure time, directions, and, unfortunately, exactly how much bad luck you might bring to your future husband. Here is the deadly math behind the superstition. Combine Hino, the heavenly stem for the elder brother of fire, with Uma, the zodiac sign of the horse, which also symbolizes fire. The result is a year where fire is multiplied by fire. Astrologically speaking, an absolute inferno. During Japan's Edo-period, the patriarchy weaponized this math. Influenced by strict Confucianism, which demanded female obedience, a nasty rumor was engineered. Women born in this year possessed an uncontrollable passion that would literally or metaphorically burn their husbands to death. A great excuse for arranged marriages. Fast forward to 1906, the first fire horse year of the modern era. Despite railways and industrialization, science couldn't defeat superstition. People were so terrified of cursed daughters that they manipulated birth records, and actual birth rates dropped. The fire horse was alive and well in modernity. Then came 1966. Japan was booming with bullet trains and color TVs. Yet births plummeted by a staggering 25% in a single year. That's 500,000 missing babies. In a dark twist of irony, modern medical access to abortion actually supercharged this ancient superstition. Those born in 1966 faced a lifetime of invisible hurdles. During the job hunting seasons of the 1980s, some Japanese companies would silently filter out these female applicants. Imagine being perfectly qualified, but HR throws your resume in the trash. It was literal discrimination based on astrology. Marriage prospects were just as brutal. Traditional matchmakers would glance at the birth year and immediately reject them. Some conservative families even used a word to describe these women that was so offensive, it was erased from history. Talk about a tough crowd. And now, the cycle is repeating. The next Hinoeuma, Year of the Fire Horse, is exactly right around the corner in 2026. Will a hyper-digital, AI-driven Japan fall for the same centuries-old superstition? History suggests old habits die hard. Demographers are genuinely terrified. Japan is already suffering a critical demographic winter. Experts warn that even a slight hesitation among young parents in 2026, a phenomenon known as birth reluctance, could cause annual births to plummet below 600,000, devastating the nation's future. Meanwhile, the survivors of the 1966 curse are hitting a major milestone. They are turning 60, entering the age of retirement and reemployment. Sadly, many wonder if that invisible astrological bias will silently haunt their job interviews one last time as they try to supplement their pensions. Ultimately, the Hinoeuma curse rests on three ancient pillars: Gogyo, the five elements theory; Onmyodo, traditional esoteric cosmology; and Eto, the zodiac cycle. Together, they form a cultural DNA that is incredibly resistant to logic, reason, and even modern technology. Don't confuse this with Yakudoshi, traditional unlucky ages. If you hit a personal unlucky age, you can simply pay a Shinto shrine for a purification ritual, and you're magically cured. But Hinoeuma? That's a permanent brand. There is no refund policy for your birth year. The fire horse rises every 60 years, feeding on societal anxieties. It is a disturbing case study showing that even in a society that builds the world's most advanced robots, ancient ghosts can still effectively dictate human behavior and completely override rationality. So, a question for you. If you lived in Japan and had a daughter in 2026, would you tell her she was born under a cursed star? Or would you keep it a secret, hoping the world has finally outgrown its fear of the fire horse? If you love diving into the dark, unspoken mysteries of Japanese culture that you will absolutely never find in a JLPT textbook, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, stay curious and maybe double-check your own birth year.